Did you know that being a smoker means that you have been enslaved by the system? And the sad part about it is that you don't even know it yet. Because a slave doesn't wake up and says, I am a slave. It defends the thing that owns it. And that's why I like the Matrix metaphor here. I'm not talking about where Neo escapes the Matrix and wakes up and sees the Matrix for what it is. I'm talking about when he is with the architect and learns that the opposition is just controlled opposition that can be crushed at any second. And it's actually part of the system and it serves the system indirectly. The people who think they are free are in another layer of control. That's where you are as a smoker. Because honestly, give it a thought. You think you chose cigarettes, but what happens in reality is that the cigarettes choose your rituals, your friends, your breaks, what you do for work, where do you go, when do you go, and so on. Your nervous system, your patience, and the size of your life. And this is what we're going to be exactly talking about here. And in case you don't know me, my name is Henry. I've been a smoker for over 12 years. I used to smoke 30 cigarettes a day. And today I have been 1 year off cigarettes. And this channel is about quitting the crutches, rebuilding self-respect, and becoming the king version of you for real. The king version who you always aspire to become. Or the queen version if you're a lady. And if you vibe with this message, subscribe to the channel, like the video, and we're ready to get in. So let's go. Here's the ugliest thing about nicotine. It gives you a character to play. I want you to think about yourself from a third perspective. When you are smoking, right? Imagine yourself from far away. You can take a picture of yourself if you want with your phone. You can see it clearly. The image is trying to say something, right? It's kind of saying, I have been through wounds. I have been through a lot. I have survived this life. This is my badge. This is my thing. So there is this tough and wounded image about yourself. And of course, it differs from one person to another, depending on how you see yourself. For me, I used to see that I was weak, then I became strong, kind of thing. That's how I felt when I was rolling for the crew and just, having cigarette and standing tall. So it's kind of, I made it through hell image, right? And I'm saying nicotine, not cigarettes, because I also noticed that in my friends. I have a friend who is heavy vapor, right? He has a huge collection of vapes. He's vaping all day and night. I asked him why do you actually vape? Is it that important to you to vape all the time? And he kind of said something in the lines of, I've been through a lot. And I think I'll quit when things are better. As if he missed out on something extremely big and he's now compensating with it through vaping, not cigarettes, vaping in particular. So it is the same fake rebellion. It is the same mechanism. It's the same emotional posture. It's the same dependence. The difference between it and cigarettes is just that it smells like apricot. And so here dependency feels like depth, right? Because now you are smoking because there is something to be talked about. There is something to show. Of course, that all goes through the head. I'm not saying that we're posting for others, but that's how we connect with people like us. We send signals to say that we are alike. And cigarettes and vaping and stuff, it kind of does that. It's not a coincidence that all your friends are smokers and so are you. And you already know that nicotine creates learned helplessness. And so because you're doing it again and again, it becomes an identity that your body defends. And when I said that you are trapped in the matrix and you think you're different, but you're actually not, I want you to consider something here. I want you to do a third perspective and as humans, imagine humans in a cube and notice what they do. Okay? Let's say that there are 100 smokers here. Okay? You will see that they are smoking and then go buy something. They're smoking and then they are doing their work. And after work, they are smoking. And before getting into the gym, they're smoking. And maybe they are vaping because it's healthier. What do you notice here? What's the main activity that these creatures are doing? You wouldn't see humans here, right? It's kind of like they are doing their lives as side quests, not as the main quest. The main quest is to smoke again and again and again. It's kind of same pattern that goes on and on. Smoke first, life second. A puff first, and then a call with the customer second. A cigarette first, and then the thing that you want to do, parenting, talking with friends, socialize, whatever it is. Nicotine comes first. And that's exactly why ex-smokers who were smoking and then quit describe to you that they feel more engaged with their lives, because now there is no nicotine first and then the life. There is only life. Okay? And now when you take a cube with 100 humans in, now you see that there is no main activity called nicotine. There is all the activities that humans do. There is the parenting, the relationships, the working on yourself, the projects, the human life, the normal human life. So there is no space for nicotine here. There's only a space for the human life. Going to work now is going to work. Doing homework is doing homework. Eating is eating. Going to the gym is going to the gym. There is no before and after. It's the main quest now. It's the main activity that this human is doing. And that's how you can describe a human life. Clearly, with no filters. You don't see a nicotine consuming unit anymore, right? You see a human with vibrant of actions. Instead of doing one main thing and then the rest is just side quests. Because honestly, life becomes smaller through nicotine because everything has to pass through nicotine first. So we talked about how it shapes your identity, and we also talked how it shrinks your life. But the most dangerous thing about nicotine itself is how it kills your patience. And patience is where rebuilding happens. And you already feel this, especially if you're in the early days of quitting smoking. Let's say you're in week 1 or week 2. You already feel it. There is this urgency that never stops. Like they need cigarette right now. Today, one hit, just one puff, just take one. Your mind tried to fuck with you. It plays games, right? Everything happens like this pressure, this continuous pressure that never stops. But if you are even slightly working on yourself and you are slightly successful, you already know that rebuilding doesn't work this way. Running doesn't give a shit about your urgency. Weight loss doesn't care about your urgency. Self-respect does not care about your urgency. Your body changes through boring repetition. And I'm going to share on the screen my first actual run that I ran after quitting smoking for like a few days, like within a week or so. Right? It took me 1 hour and 26 minutes to finish 5 kilometers. But at the same 1 hour and 25 minutes, just recently, I was able to run 12.25 kilometers, which is like a little bit less than 10 miles, maybe like 9 miles, 9.5, something like that. And I was at 102 kilograms. So it's the same window, double the distance. I could have built the capacity to run half a marathon or 30 kilometers if I stayed a smoker. Actually, when I was a smoker, I used to do this HIIT workouts because back then it was popular that if you do HIIT workouts, you will lose fat way faster, right? And so because I needed this urgency, I built my whole routine around doing everything fast. I finished my trainings fast. I finish my HIIT workouts fast. And I lose weight fast, and I didn't lose any weight fast or slow even. But the actual weight loss happened when I started adapting this running thing and going from 120 kilograms to 102, and I am losing right now more because I'm controlling the binge eating way better now. And so nicotine was training me to chase relief, to chase result, to chase the dopamine. And running taught me how to tolerate boredom. And in boredom is when I started getting my life back. I'm not recommending you to start running in particular, but the best thing about quitting nicotine, whether it's cigarettes or vape, is that it gives you the opportunity to sit through boredom and actually kickstart your rebuilding. Because honestly, most of the time you're not quitting because you coughed more than usual the other day. It's because you're sick and tired of this current life and you want something and you want to rebuild now. You want to rebuild your life. You want to stop the self-sabotaging. And that's why kickstarting your journey with quitting smoking is the best thing you can do for yourself. I made a PDF file back when I was quitting smoking, it was like extremely recent, and it is not built from theory. It's not just thoughts and suggestions. It was built from the ugly struggle in the middle, where you are like 1 month or 2 months fresh out of smoking, but you don't know how much of a non-smoker you are. There is like this identity shift. The book was born from that medium. It's free to download, the link in the description. And if you're still smoking, I want you to consider this deeply. Smoking keeps you stuck in an old identity that you're trying to shave off, but you can't. It costs you patience, and it costs you the size of your life. So I wouldn't have anything better to say for you other than quit smoking as soon as you can, then rebuild. All right? That's it for me in this video. Stay safe and take care.